So the subconscious mind does not know the difference between real and imagined. What I recommend if you're trying to manifest the life you want is to look up Dr. Joe Dispenza, follow him on YouTube, follow him on Instagram. He is my role model. He is my hero. He is the one who has helped me create and manifest my life. I'm going to tell you my story so it can ground it for you, so it gives you the incentive to do what you need to do to create the life you want. One of the things in his books, I believe it's You Are the Placebo, is there was a study done, a true study, where they took two people. In one group, they physically exercised. In the other group, they only imagined exercising. The group that physically exercised gained 30% muscle mass. The group that only imagined exercising gained 22% muscle mass. That means that when I imagine in my whole beingness of in the I am present moment of what is true, my subconscious mind, 95% of everything I do, think, and feel believes me. And that's what I learned, and that's what created my manifestation journey. So I'm going to share with you what that looks like. So I was working at Whole Foods in 2020 as a certified hypnotherapist, trying to market, but not being able to really get the success I wanted because at the time I didn't have the confidence that I needed. I was living at my mom's house, and that was a really stressful, intense time in my life. I found Dr. Joe Dispenza, and and what I knew about hypnotherapy with the work of Dr. Joe Dispenza, I was able to practice really using these concepts and embodying them. So what I did every morning is I would journal, I am a full-time hypnotherapist. I would go into a meditation at least for 20 minutes and practice the feeling state of what it would mean for me to be a full-time hypnotherapist. I would practice feeling gratitude, fulfilled, happy, successful. I would get up, and as I would get dressed to go to Whole Foods, I would imagine as if I was dressing as my most excellent self as a full-time hypnotherapist. When I would drive to work, I would practice talking to myself as if I was a full-time hypnotherapist. And if I ever felt tense or doubtful or uncomfortable or angry or scared, because it was really happening a lot for me. I was really, really scared. I mean, I got to a point in my life where I was just like, I am so sick and tired of fucking suffering. I'm going to do something about this. And if law of attraction works, I'm going to make it work for me. Like, I was really at this desperate place. So, of course, my fear and my anxiety and all these things were coming up for me. And I had to work with my self-regulation about that. I think that's key. I would have to take the judgment of my current situation way out of it and get very present in the moment. Eckhart Tolle really helped me to do this. I would just be where I am. I'm just a person driving my car to a job. And I just took the judgment and the emotional charge way out of it, and I would just self-regulate through breathing, through being very grounded, through very present. If I couldn't connect with the I am a full-time hypnotherapist feeling, and I was finding myself feeling aggravated, frustrated, not good enough feelings, I would practice being very present in the grounded moment of the I am now. I am here and there's nothing happening, it just is. When I was at work, every customer interaction I had, I would practice the feeling of gratitude. It was very subtle. I wasn't like extravagant or anything. If you were observing me at this time, you wouldn't know I was doing this, but I would practice the heartfelt feeling of gratitude, like I just helped somebody and that's enough. And that's really what I started doing. I really started taking 60,000, 70,000 thoughts throughout the day and pivoted to acceptance of what is, gratitude for what I'm creating or what I'm experiencing, and intention focused of am I being and feeling my best self regardless of my environment? Am I being who I want to be? Now, when it comes to manifestation, this is really important. I'll probably do another video about this. There's a moment called the river of change. And what that means is right before you're about to create a new reality, things get really chaotic. Things outside of yourself seem to get worse before they get better. And it's really important to become mindful of this, because this is the moment that saboteur comes up and wants to fuck with you to make you go back to the old way of being. So for me, I'm at Whole Foods, I'm a cashier, I really enjoyed it. By the way, and I'm not getting any like sponsorship from this, but if you want to get well job, Whole Foods is a great place to work at. It's really a wonderful company. At least my experience was. Other people, I don't know, but for me, I really enjoyed it. Anyway, I was a cashier. And so one day we get a new boss and she puts me in deli. And my anxiety spiked and my future tripping spiked and my body tensed and I couldn't figure out what to do, and they didn't train me. They just threw me in there and I was freaking out. And one of my things that I've worked on in the past couple of years is my anger. And I got really angry and I was like, I'm going to quit. I am not going to do deli. You know, your mind gets really self-righteous when you get put into these reactive states. And that was a very pivotal moment for me. That pivotal moment of, wait a minute. What if this is your river of change moment? You have been practicing manifestation. What if this is your moment to reclaim what you truly desire and not get bought into what your environment is telling you? So that's what I did. I practiced self-regulating. I practiced being present. I practiced calming myself down. And what I said to myself was, I'm just going to work in deli today. I'm just going to work in deli today. And it's okay. And I'm going to learn something new. And it's just a way of expanding my awareness. And I don't have to get caught up in tomorrow. I'm just going to focus on the right now. It's going to be okay. And I practiced self-regulating. Ended up talking to my boss. She was really understanding, put me back into cashiering. One day, maybe a week or so after that, I'm talking about what I'm learning with my significant other, and I get a text. And the text says that this rehab is hiring full-time hypnotherapists. And I couldn't believe it. I had to pull over. I was at the beach. It was my day off, and I started freaking out. I didn't know that there were places that hired full-time hypnotherapists. I didn't know that even existed. I just was trying to build my confidence in self-hypnosis to become a full-time hypnotherapist, but this place was actually hiring people to do my life's purpose, and I didn't even know it existed. It found me. I applied for the job, got an interview, was completely like the most vulnerable in that interview because I wanted it so badly. I wanted it so badly that it was really hard for me to act like my very professional self, you know. I was very much like how I'm being right now. Like, you don't understand. I've been wanting this since I was 13 years old. This is my life's purpose. I want to help people. You know, there are people in my family with addiction problems. Like, I want to help people. And then my boss hired me, and I've been working there, and I am so fulfilled and so grateful with the people I get to work with every single day. The good times, the challenges, and honestly the heartbreak of what happens when you work in a rehab facility. But I became a full-time hypnotherapist. I've been able to practice and teach and learn in the most incredible environment, a dual diagnosis mental facility. Not only did I become a full-time hypnotherapist, I got an apartment right on the ocean. I just recently manifested a new car. I manifested more money in my bank account. The practice of this is no matter what's happening in your environment, you have two options. Accept it and self-regulate through it, or practice being who you want to be in the life you are creating. That is everything when it comes to manifestation, and that was my personal story. If you want help thriving in your life and manifesting what you want, I can help calm that body down and have you get in touch with the feeling and the imagining of what is, and support you on your river of change journey. Anybody can do it, and I'm going to say this because I've always wanted to. If I can do it, you can do it. Trust me. You got this. Reach out if you want support. Sending you lots of love, positive vibration, uplifting energy. Look up Dr. Joe Dispenza. He's a game changer. Much love, everybody.